grade threes. We are a couple of minutes late today, but I can see you there. Blessing, Godi, Latanda, Musa. Okay, blessing, yes, okay. Now, actually, it's noon because it's past 12 o'clock, so it's good afternoon, grade threes. Today is Monday, the 6th of July. Nope. Just wait. Just wait. There's a problem. Hang on. I'm going to fix the problem. Okay. Grade threes. Sorry, I got the wrong one here. So you are grade three and you are there. Are you all there? Let's start with our lesson today. I'm excited. So I say our topic today is under the sea. Good. I want to see homework, please. I hope you did it on Friday. Fill in a matching objective for each of the following sentences. Okay, let's see your answers. Can you join in, please, on answers? If you've got one, even if you didn't write it down on paper, let's give it orally to teacher. Right, the words you had to fill in was old, heavy, steep, bright, high. The night was because it was full moon. What would you have there? Right. I'm going to unmute you.
Bright.
It was bright. Thank you for that. The night was bright. Okay. Let me just see. Maybe it will come. Slide will come in. Right. Okay. And the next one. We climbed to the top of the steep mountain. Well done. Number 3. Last night was a what? Rainstorm. A heavy rainstorm. Number 4. The woman was walking slowly.
The old woman.
The old woman. Thank you. Are you reading it from your homework or are you just answering the questions?
From my homework.
You are a good boy. Thank you very much. Now, what staircase took us to the rooftop?
The high staircase.
It's actually steep. Look, the word that you had to fill in is steep. The high is good, but the correct word from the list is steep. Well done so far. Thank you, Godi. Right, now we are going on to today's work. Sight words. Remember, sight words is where we read it fast and quickly. It's you see it and you read it. Friend, dive, shark, sea, please, ship, suit, storm, thick, through. Okay, now let's do it again, but a bit faster because it's sight reading. You see it and you read it. I'm going to do it fast, so follow with me. Friend, dive, shark, sea, please, ship, suit, storm, thick, through. Well done. Let's get on with our work. Okay, now we are going to look at phonics. Now, phonics is spelling. Now, all the words that you see here today is words that ending on a full at the back. It ends on full, like beautiful, colorful, playful, powerful, grateful, joyful, wonderful, thankful, painful, and helpful. Now, I have given you a lot of words ending with full. I think just to try and memorize that so that you can remember it, let's read it together. There where you are sitting without sound, we just got to repeat it. Beautiful, colorful, playful, powerful, grateful, joyful, wonderful, thankful, painful, and helpful. Thank you. Right now, let's start with today's topic. The theme is Under the Sea. Very exciting. I'm going to read the story. You just follow. Pay attention because a lot of information is coming out here, and I'm going to ask questions at the end of the story. Dolphin Rescue. When they were young, Granddad Sam and his friend Jakes used to dive deep into the sea. There was an old ship under the sea. There were beautiful gold and silver jewels on the ship. When Granddad Sam went under the sea, he wore a special swimming costume called a wetsuit to protect his body. He also used an air tank so that he could breathe underwater. One day, Granddad Sam wanted to go down to the ship, but Jake said, "No, let's not go down today. There's a big storm coming." "But I saw a thick gold chain. I want to get it. I'll get a lot of money for it," Granddad Sam said. "The storm will be there in 15 minutes. It is not safe," Jakes said. But Granddad Sam went down under the sea while Jakes waited on the boat for him. Granddad Sam found the chain, but he could not get it loose. He pulled and dug with his fingers, and then it came loose. By then, Granddad Sam's air tank was nearly empty, so he came up with a gold chain. But Jake's was gone, and there was a very big storm. Granddad Sam held the chain tightly and tried to swim, but the waves were huge. He thought he was going to drown. The gold chain was very heavy and his arms were getting tired. He dropped the chain. "Help! Please, someone help me!" he shouted. But there was no one to hear. Then he heard the sweetest sound. It was the sound of a dolphin. The dolphin swam right up to Granddad Sam and managed to grab the grabbed the dolphin's fin. The dolphin brought Grandad Sam back to the beach. When Grandad Sam was safe, the dolphin swam away and was gone. Thank you for saving my life, Grandad Sam called out gratefully. Now, this is a beautiful story of a dolphin, and I heard it many times where you hear of dolphins rescue people. I think they are wonderful animals. Just to make sure, I'm going to quick read the story again to you because questions are coming just now. Dolphin rescue. When they were young, Grandad Sam and his friend Jakes used to dive deep into the sea. There was an old ship under the sea. There were beautiful gold and silver jewels on the ship. When Grandad Sam went under the sea, he wore a special swimming costume called a wetsuit to protect his body. He also used an air tank so that he could breathe underwater. One day, Grandad Sam wanted to go down to the ship, but Jakes said, "No, let's not go down today. There's a big storm coming." "But I saw a thick gold chain. I want to get it." "We'll get a lot of money for it," Grandad Sam said. "The storm will be here in 15 minutes. It's not safe," Jakes said. But Grandad Sam went down under the sea while Jakes waited on the boat for him. Grandad Sam found the chain, but he could not get it loose. He pulled and dug with his fingers, and then it came loose. By then, Grandad Sam's air tank was nearly empty. So he came up with the gold chain, but Jakes were gone, and there was a very big storm. Grandad yelled, held, sorry, Grandad held the chain tightly and tried to swim the waves, but the waves were big or huge. He thought he was going to drown. The gold chain was very heavy and his arms were getting tired. He dropped the chain. "Please, help! Please, someone help me!" he shouted. There was no one to hear. Then he heard the sweetest sound. It was the sound of a dolphin. The dolphin swam right up to Grandad Sam, and he managed to grab the dolphin's fin. The dolphin brought Grandad Sam back to the beach. When Grandad Sam was safe, the dolphin swam away and was gone. "Thank you for saving my life," Grandad Sam called out gratefully. Now the questions. And here, if you've listened well, I would love to hear your answers. Who are the main characters in the story? Cody, let me just unmute you. Okay, let's go.
Granddad and Zake's dad.
And
Friend.
well, okay. Thank you. Now, Blessing, you are ready to give me the second one. Why did Grandad Sam want to dive under the sea?
Grandad Sam wanted to dive under the sea to get a gold chain.
To get the gold chain. Yeah, good. Do you think it's a good reason to go there while it was a storm?
No, ma'am.
I don't think so too. Thank you. Now, raise a hand for question number 3. Why didn't Jakes wait for Grandad Sam? Who wants to try? Why didn't they wait? Why did Jakes wait for Grandad Sam? Who wants to try? Okay, Cody again.
There was a big storm coming.
There was a big storm coming. Okay. Now, how did Grandad Sam get back to the beach? Oh. Blessing. Lutandu also, yeah. I see Lutandu. Okay, Blessing. How did Granddad Sam get back to the beach?
He called out for help, and the sister's son came out, and it was the sound of a dolphin.
Rescued him. Yes, that's good. Did you guys like the story? Yes, I did. I think it's a beautiful story. I love sea stories, and I'm so fond of dolphins. They are my favorite. Okay, now we are going on. That's it. Here we've got a lady, and look what she is wearing. Okay, let me just open up my space. Good. Yeah, we've got a snorkel. Okay, a snorkel is using for breathing underwater. And I'm sure you all know a snorkel. I want to get my pen. Okay, my pointer and my pen. All right. This is the snorkel. Can you see? This is the snorkel. A snorkel we use for breathing underwater. Then we get a mask. This is the mask. It seals off on your face so that it lets no water in, and it helps you to see underwater. I wonder if there's some of you who wear this before underwater. Have you tried it? Huh. It is very nice to be able to see so clear underwater. Now the air tank. That's an air tank. It helps you to breathe underwater. Okay, it gives you air. And do you know, once I did that, I've tried it. I want to tell you something. That air that you breathe is so thin and so fresh. It's actually wonderful to breathe that air. It's a very nice feeling to breathe in that air. Yeah, we've got the weight belt. This is the weight belt. The weight belt help you to it makes you heavier because that you can stay underwater. Because if the wetsuit is made out of rubber, and you know, if you breathe in and there's air in your lungs, it makes you pop, you float. And it's quite hard to get down deep underwater if you don't wear a weight belt. Now here is our wetsuit. That's the rubber suit you put on. And it fits very tightly. And it keeps your body warm. It keeps the cold out and your body in the inside stays warm. And these are your fins. Those fins help you to swim faster. Now that is gear that you need if you want to go and dive deep under the sea. We call it deep diving. A snorkel, a mask, an air tank, a weight belt, wetsuit, and fins. Okay. I want to tell you something about the apostrophe that comes after the noun to show that things belong to more than one person. To more than one. To one, that's it. Example, the girls' books. Can you see that comma there? Can you see that? That means the books belong to the girls. All right. I want to show you these ones. The boys' dogs. Then the comma should be there, which means the dogs belongs to the boys. My sister's books. Then you put a comma there. It means the comma shows us that the books belong to the sisters. And my brother's toys is the apostrophe that we use for toys that belong to the brothers. Okay, let's see. Another one I want to revise today is adjectives. You remember adjectives from last week? Yes, 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 we do. Adjectives are describing nouns. They are describing the noun better. It tells you how the noun is. If you've got blue eyes, then you will want somebody to tell you more about your blue eyes, and you say, I have clear blue eyes, or I have big blue eyes. Now here, the describing noun we have here is beautiful. It describes the girl. Girl is the noun, and beautiful tells us how she is. She's beautiful girl. That's an adjective. Helpful boy. It describes the noun boy, because all the yellow words are nouns, and helpful tell us how the boy is. This is engine. That's the noun, and that's a powerful engine, and therefore the car or can go very fast. This is our noun cat. It's a name. That all these are nouns. They are names. How is the cat? We describe it. We call it an adjective. It's a playful cat. And puppy is the sweetest puppy. And test is the hardest test. How is the test? We describe the noun. It is the hardest test. Good. Some revision from last week. Okay. Now your homework for today is, of course, I want to see if you've listened what I told you today. I want to test you and see if you can tell me what is an adjective that describe words, the tallest. Okay, the word tallest is an adjective to describe the noun. Now you need to fill in some adjectives. Okay, oh no. Yeah. Homework is, oh, yeah, your homework. Fill in the apostrophes. The animals' tails, the teacher's cars, the baby's bottles. All you need to do is to fill in the inverted commas there. Okay. Sorry, the apostrophes, to show it belongs. And if you're done with that, children, I want you to use inverted commas to indicate the indirect speech. Okay. Here is the sentence. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go back to that slide. The sentence is, help, please, someone help me. I want you to just put in the inverted commas. But all this, of course, the golden rule is take a snapshot. Okay? Take a snapshot of this so that you've got a photo, and then you can either copy it from your phone, write it all down and show me, write it all down out and show me where to put the apostrophes. It's the comma. And then inverted commas is to indicate the indirect speech. Now, before we go on, I want to go a little bit back just to revise this. Apostrophe. The apostrophe, look guys, it's that comma to indicate it belongs to the people, the boys' dogs. Can you see where we put the comma? That's what you should do on your homework. Right. And now with the other part of your homework is the inverted commas. That is to show the direct speech. I'm going back to the story just to show you. Okay, I've got my pen on. Can you remember what Granddad shouted when he was in trouble? Look here. There's our inverted commas. The inverted commas indicates us what was Granddad's direct words. Okay. They are there and that they are there. We are going to look for more. Okay. One day, Granddad Sam wanted to go down to the ship, but Jakes said, here Jake's direct words is coming. What did Jake say? We show it with the inverted commas. He said, no, let's not go down today. There's a storm coming. There's our inverted commas. Can you see that, children? Okay. Now, this is Granddad's words because he said, but I saw a thick gold chain. I want to get it. We will get a lot of money for it. That is Granddad's words. Right. The storm will be here in 15 minutes. It's not safe. That was the word for Jakes again. And that is what we call direct speech. We've done it last week. Can you remember? Direct speech is the exact words that come out of the person's mouth. And how do we indicate it? We indicate it with inverted commas. Okay. Back to our homework. Okay. I want to go back. All right, yes, our homework. Use the word tallest as an adjective to describe a noun. What must you do with this one? This number 1? Yeah, you must just use the word tallest and you must put something there to describe it, to tell us more about the noun. So tallest will be used to describe the noun. If I can make an example, you can say, the tallest tree in our yard is 5 meters long. Okay, I want your own sentence where you use the word tallest to describe any noun. Then you fill in the apostrophes, and then you are going to use the inverted commas on Granddad shouted. Okay, just you add it, put it in on the sentence. And there you are, my grade 3s. I hope you are getting it well. And if there's any questions, please ask me now so that we can solve it now. We sort it out now. If you've got questions, raise your hand and we can talk about it, please. Have you got your homework? Please do it. And please feel welcome to send it to my email. I'll mark it and I will comment on your homework as well. Otherwise, we will come back and see answers tomorrow, and then you can just mark your own ones. You can do it that way as well. So let's see. Okay. Are you done? Blessing, are you there? Can I mute you quickly so that you can tell me if you've done it? Okay.
I said unmute.
Blessing, are you okay with your homework? Do you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you take a snapshot of it? Have you got it? Did you copy it?
I took a snapshot of it.
Okay. Do you think you will have any problems with your homework?
No, ma'am.
I don't think so. And then, my dear children, on this lovely Monday, I want to say goodbye, but before that, I'm going to send you away with a takeaway message.